Hey, what's up, everybody? It's a My Day Monday, you know what it is. We're back at it again. So, the setup is a bit different. You can feel it, you can see it. And I'm basically trying a few different things to try and get my channel running, right? And today I spoke to you guys about my values last week. And it was basically talking about ensuring that you use your values as a mechanism to regulate yourself. Now, today I want to talk about safety, which ensures that you live your purpose long enough to get to a point where people are impacted and you can share it with the next person, your successor, who will take it forward and accomplish it. Or if it's an infinite sort of purpose, it keeps moving, right? And it's quite important to be safe. And I usually say this to people that I'm around, that keep safe, right? When I say I'll see you later, my see you later is basically keep safe, right? And keeping safe allows people around you to enjoy your hard work and your hard labor around your particular purpose, if it's meant for them and your country. And that is why I believe keeping safe is very vital, right? And there's steps that exist within the workplace around safety, and there's steps within the streets around safety, and perhaps that will lead me to another point a bit later in this particular conversation around documentation. The steps in the environment have been documented, the workplace, have been documented, whereas the steps in the streets, Okasi and the likes, haven't been documented, right? So I'll talk to documentation in a few, right? But it's quite vital for you to ensure that the environment that you're in is safe. Make sure that you understand that the environment that you're in is either safe or prone to danger, according to historical data. Put yourself in a place where safety is priority, right? And try and foresee danger before it comes, so that you can take proactive steps to keep safe, right? And then the next point I want to talk to you guys about is being able to articulate yourself, right? I think it's quite fitting that I put this in this conversation, mainly because the past few months I've been working to articulating myself in various forms, through voice and through writing, right? And the importance of that is to be able to get your idea across as quickly as possible, number one. Number two, in such a way that somebody is willing to take that message and action upon it once they get that message from you, right? And once they get your message, they are able to articulate their message again. And one thing that we have been struggling with is being able to articulate our ideas and articulate our intent and articulate our purpose. And these conversations are also a way for me to show how we can do this as a race, how we can do this as a people, and as youngsters, how we can do this as we move forward and grow in our lives, right? It's quite vital for us to be able to articulate our ideas to our superiors and to our parents and our brothers, mainly because those are the people that control our resources, the resources of this country and this continent, right? The sooner we are able to articulate those ideas, the sooner we are able to get resources to action those ideas, right? It's one thing articulating your idea, but it's another thing articulating how you're going to achieve your idea to yourself, so that once you're ready and you're happy with the way you believe you're going to execute on this idea, you can share it with the next person to say, this is what I need you to do, or this is what I'm going to do, and these are the steps I'm going to follow, and come to realization what your idea and your purpose is, right? And then coming back to the point of documentation, which is the last point of this video. It is important to ensure that we have a record of everything that we believe is important for ourselves. History, for example, and the fact that our history has been burnt to dust, shows the importance of documentation, right? And our documentation lives in here, and our parents have the knowledge, but they have it all in here. Now, the problem with that is when they perish and they go back to dust, all of that knowledge and wisdom is gone with them, and we are left with the bits and pieces that don't necessarily tell the entire truth of our story, right? So we need to be able to write those stories down, to write our ideas down, and document everything very thoroughly in such a way that when the next person, your child or your successor, takes that piece of document and reads through it, they know exactly how to recreate your successes, right? And the reason I want to speak about documentation is because I've been doing a whole lot of that in the past few months, right? And it's painful, it's long, it's tedious, and it's heavy sort of thinking and English, right? And somebody always says to me, my partner always says this to me, that at 4 o'clock, when I knock off, the English it's also knocked off. It's quite funny, but we need to sort of figure out how we want to document, right? And now some of the steps that I've been reading about safety is also ensuring that we are able to provide training in a language of choice, right? So if you feel that, look, I'm not going to do English 24 hours a day, it's okay. Find a way to articulate yourself in your language so that you can document the information that you need to document in your language, in the language that you're most comfortable in, right? I didn't have the privilege to go and study Sesotho or at school, but that was okay because whatever I have, I'm able to then take and use to my advantage and then figure out how I can translate it that from English into a native language for somebody who isn't comfortable in English, right? And I think that's where the importance of documentation then comes through. And to leave a legacy, you need to be able to leave something tangible and intangible, right? And usually some things that come with from an intangible perspective is wisdom, knowledge, and so on and so forth. And from a tangible perspective, something that I can hold and take so that I can action the intangible, right? But yeah, I think that's it from my side. Look, I want to say something to you guys. You're a future legend. Let's get it.